Awaken Zoans are
crazy.
W-I-L-D, wild. No pun intended, but hey, yo, Rob Gucci, woo, a showstopper in the latest chapter of One Piece. And honest to goodness, people are, man, when you think about how the impelled down Jailer Beast guards were awakened and how much of a menace just one of them was, they're impelled down, how Luffy continuously put this thing down and how it continued to come at them non-stop despite that. And then the other three were like nowhere in sight. So if the other three were just as active as the Minotaur one, impelled down would have absolutely been a much tougher escape for all parties involved. And you have guys like Crocodile and Jinbei involved. And still, those impelled down Jailer Beast guards, no joke. And then, even scarier, is knowing how powerful Luffy is in Gear 5. Knowing how he is a distant cousin of Tom and Jerry, of Popeye the Sailor, even potentially Ren and Stimpy. Nasty work, ain't no doubt about it. And we saw what he could do against Kaido in the last sections of their fight, and it was some ridiculous, it was some wonky, it was some jaw-dropping, but undeniably Chad-like madness. You have to respect Anika. You absolutely have to. But here comes Lucci.
What?
Dude, yo, how many people saw Lucci having the same sort of form as Monkey D's Luffy, but the complete inverse of it? Cat fruit model, leopard, awakened form, and we see the black smoke rings around him, like he's covered in a veil of Amaterasu. And then you see the new hybrid stance, and it looks nasty as all hell. This is an ancestral plane leopard from Wakanda. Ain't no doubt about it. Keep in mind, the Rogue Ogun, the 6-on cannon, this version right here, that is just the tip of the iceberg. When Rob Gucci crosses arms like this and does Rogue Ogun like this, it's, yo, the entire island may be vaporized and a disgusting shockwave even Whitebeard can't produce. Allegedly. Don't pull me on that one, but it's nasty. And off the rip, the speed, the strength, just the fact he's able to clash against Luffy in any way, reproduce what we saw in the first edition of their fight, when Luffy's gone so much more powerful now. So I had to test the waters. Are these waters safe to drink? Okay. Did a poll on Twitter. Hey, yo, who's winning 1v1? Rob Gucci or Kaido? Land, sea, and air. Allegedly the strongest. Poll results came in, and it looks like 12% of people do understand what's going on. They see the truth. They realize, uh-oh, Yu-Gi-Oh style. Their minds are open. Open your mind! Looks like cats are snacking on dragons tonight. Hey, yo! What the fuck? That's wild. That is 12% of you need to go and see a doctor ASAP, because there ain't no way. There is no way in hell Kaido is losing to Rob Gucci. I love Rob Lucci. Well, there's no, listen, if Rob Lucci was that nasty, so he could be Kaido 1v1, why are the Gorosei hesitating? Just roll in there. Just handle the Yonko. Y'all be slacking for no reason when you have fighters this powerful. No. The Admirals, the Seraphim, potentially whatever destroyed the Lucia Kingdom, all becomes moot when you have a literal cat Kaido at your beck and call. No. Come on. Let's be real here, all right? Kaido is crushing Rob Lucci. Now, maybe crush is just too definitive a statement. You know, like Kaido just grabs Lucci, gives a good old-fashioned noogie. Like he's cool bar. Come here, Lucci. Yeah, man. Okay, I mean, you know.
Now I'm back and I'm gonna beat your face up so bad.
Look, man. Lucci is nasty. He is, okay? But that mole pistol? Oh. Are you feeling okay, Rob Lucci? Gonna carve a furball up? A bloody furball? Huh? He got slept on, yo.
Damn.
He got slept on mid-dodge, yo. Listen, I get it. He's the Nika. He's gonna do wild, crazy stuff. I can't conceive of a moment where he would even conceive of troll sleeping on Kaido. But Lucci, yeah, sure. Not a big deal at all. We can sauce it up. We can snooze it up. Luffy slid in a quick little promo for Sleepy's mattresses mid-dodge. And obviously, the counterattack by the 12%. Well, hold on now. But Kaido's not awakened. Whoa, Lucci's like looking ferocious. Whoa. But Kaido, nah, he a scrub. He a bum. He ain't awakened. And to be fair, so far, this is the truth. But does it really mean much if Kaido is not awakened? Do you know how much of an effort, how much Lucci would have to show to push Luffy to even match what Kaido did back then? Now, to be very fair, some folks do argue that Kaido is awakened, but Oda hasn't told us yet. Like, for example, some folks say that his bloodthirsty, drunk form we see in 1042, that is Kaido's awakening. When he got beefcaked the hell up, I'm not against the idea per se. The issue would be, hold on now, if that's actually his awakened form, then why on God's green earth did we see what we see in chapter 1048? The Flame Dragon Torch. Keep in mind this fact. Kaido's strongest attack is not in any hybrid form or any hybrid state. It's when he's in full dragon mythical form, he takes his blast breath, he coalesces and condenses that around him. He shapes it, he molds it, and then amplifies the piss out of it with Haki. The Flame Dragon Torch. As far as you know it so far. Someone who has Awakening would not use their Awakening at all for their final attack, their strongest attack. And doesn't really line up unless you want to say that that Flame Dragon Torch is his Awakening, which is kind of weird because we see the process for it. And I don't believe that the fire itself can awaken like that. So ultimately speaking, Kaido is not awakened. And it actually reminds me of a TikTok video that I saw in one of my Twitter post replies by Eyes Blue Pheasant, one of my Twitch natives, where it's actually a TikTok about why Kaido is not necessarily awakened because his will didn't resonate with his different ability. I don't know who the cat is, and I would shout him out, but I don't use TikTok, y'all. I can't trust him, yo. China would have all my intel.
Correct.
If China got all my information, my credit score would drop by at least 3,000 points. I'm not going to China. I'm banned. I'm perma-banned immediately. So I can't use TikTok because that's... I do have plans at some in the future to visit China. But of course, when I do so, a burner phone, obviously. But that being said, the idea is that Kaido's will didn't like fully resonate with his ability, which is why he's still not confirmed to be awake at this point in time. His body caught up to his abilities, but not his mind. So it's actually like taking the concept of what Kaido talks about in chapter 1046 about Awakening, and then splitting that notion into two separate constructs, mind and body. You can be caught up with your body, but not your mind. That was Kaido. Whereas folks like Luffy, Rob Lucci, and Yamato, they have these smoke rings around their bodies because at the bare minimum, their minds caught up. In the case of Rob Lucci and Luffy, their bodies caught up as well. That is essentially the general idea here, which is actually a pretty interesting take on the idea of Deathward Awakening. So big ups to that TikToker for that point of view. However, there is an issue with this fundamentally, and that is, of course, Yamato. Because one of the things I stated in last chapter One Piece about Rob Lucci is that his particular current form is, once again, the cat fruit model leopard awakened form, and that's his, for the most part, hybrid form. The same thing applies for Yamato in hybrid form, where she has that same smoke ring around her body, but she has the same smoke ring when she's also in full wolf form. We see that in 1028. Rob Lucci's current form is specifically noted to as his awakened form, just how the impaled down Jillaby's guards were always in hybrid form. They didn't go into their cow form or their zebra forms. And how Luffy, when he's awakened, he's always in that same form. Yeah, he can go, let's say, Gigant, but overall, that's still the same form of Monkey D. Luffy. Yamato can change forms like other Zoan users, but she maintains those smoke clouds around her body. So for her at this point in time, it's actually even weird to say that she's awakened or pseudo-awakened even compared to Kaido, because Yamato's forms right now look particularly unique. Though this could change if it's revealed that Rob Lucci can also transform into his other Zoan forms and maintain these smoke ring awakening effects around his body. It could be in the case in the future, SBS, River Card Data Book, that it's revealed that Yamato and / Kaido are awakened. But at the same time, just imagine how much of a dumb blunder that is. Oda, who has never missed a beat when it comes to someone awakening their abilities for the entire series of One Piece, would miss that beat with Kaido and Yamato when there was so much time during Wano Country to showcase the same panel, the same text bubble that Rob Lucci got in the latest chapter of One Piece. What? Does it make any sense that Oda would miss that simple, obvious beat? That's why part of me has to believe that the mythical Zoans are unique innately, and then let's say the other Zoans, when they awaken, in some ways have to kind of catch up to the mythical Zoans in some sense. Because yeah, it is true that Monkey Jesus is awakened, but his awakening comes with 2 sets of powers. He's doing both the Zoan and the Paramecia awakening at the same time. He's doing both awakenings, and no one else has done this in any category. And then also for Kaido's sake, even though he may not have awakening, the fact of the matter is that his powers are just one component of his overall strength. The man has absurd haki. He even said to Luffy, haki can transcend all. Kaido's haki is nuts. Rob Lucci's haki, he has the hardening, right? Luffy hasn't even put a milligram of Conqueror's haki. COC, baby. He hasn't even slapped it on just yet. He hasn't put it on the table. Huh? Come on. And also, it is way too ambiguous to judge what is Kaido mentally lacking or why his mindset is so different from that of a fictitious mythical dragon to where he cannot catch up / resonate with said power. And then ultimately speaking, going back to the idea of, let's say, potentially the regular Zoans in some ways when they awaken are trying to catch up to the mythical Zoans, that means that off the rip, Kaido is just better. Off the rip, Kaido is just better despite Rob Lucci awakening. Rob Lucci is a cat. He's a cat. Me, my big black ass, can kick a leopard in the face and it's running away. Don't want to try it in real life? I mean, if I had like some armor on, okay, fair enough, and also I got paid. But for dragons, cats are like toothpicks. Who cares? Zoan awakening is nasty, but depending on the fruit, it could be, let's say, going from playing college ball to G League basketball. You're good, without a doubt. You're better than the vast majority of human beings, for damn sure. But you're not in the NBA just yet, yo. Kaido is an NBA legend, a phenom, and he is dunking on Rob Lucci consistently.
The lob. Again!